episode 80 with Non-Fungible Token Friday. I hope that's not on my end. Let me mute you real quick. Okay, perfect. We have a new format today. I'm going to get straight to it. So welcome. We have some special guests with Sean and Mike over at NFTerrestrials. And we're just going to tap this little button here and we should be good to go. Hey, Sean. Hey, Mike. How you guys doing today?
Doing really well. How about yourself?
Dude, going well. Can't complain. I'm excited for this conversation.
Me too. Happy Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday.
Feels good.
Yeah, for sure. How's the weather? Like, what time is it where you guys are at right now?
7:30.
Okay.
Yeah. 7:30, and it's been dark since 5. And,
yeah, it sucks, man. It's super dark here.
It's cold over here in Toronto already, and we got Christmas lights up everywhere. I don't know where the summer went, but here we are, man.
I know you got to bundle up. I mean, it's time to go into that hibernation mode and just create. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Speaking of creating, I mean, let's get straight to it. So I don't think our audience knows too much about you. Let me pop open the comments here. Shout out Gary real quick. Hey, Gary, happy Friday. Hey, Brandy. What's up, Sasha? Hope everyone's doing well. Thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it. So I'd like you to introduce yourselves and just kind of give us a background of what brought you into the space, you know, and you can go as deeper as back as you'd like, you know, in your childhood, but it doesn't have to be too deep if you don't want to. But I'd like to get to know you a little better and have the audience do the same.
Awesome. Mike, I can start if you like.
Go ahead.
I've been in the digital marketing business for quite a few years now, and really been working on those social media platforms, Instagram and Twitter. I've been working with a number of our clients, helping them grow their brands online. And I've really been doing this for a number of years now, and always just super interested in tech. It's something I always try to make sure that, I'm at the forefront of. And early this year, I started seeing all these things popping up on my YouTube suggested channels and friends messaging me. Have you heard about NFTs? And I honestly hadn't. So just did a bunch of research. I kind of just dove right into the subject and tried to pick apart other projects that were doing really well and kind of figure out, as a collector, what should I be interested in buying? So there's a number of different things I was looking at. And the first thing actually that caught my attention, actually, I'm supporting it right here, Zed Run. It was, I don't know if you guys are familiar, but it's NFT digital horse racing. There's different bloodlines and you can breed your horses and race them on the Ethereum blockchain for crypto. And I thought it was a super, super, super cool idea. And it was the first time I actually saw utility applied to an NFT, which is kind of what sparked my interest, and the lights went off and I realized, wow, like this is a lot more than just, digital art. So I teamed up with a couple buddies, shout out Pat and Omar. We started our first stable. We started buying some horses and flipping horses and racing them. And then one thing led to the other. We started looking at other projects. And I think the next project we bought into was the Gutter Cat Gang, which honestly is one of our favorite to date right now. We actually were in New York last week at their party. I'm sure we could talk about that because I know you were there as well. And then just being creators our whole lives, just really wanted to get into this. I had a really cool idea that I thought an audience would like, and it's currently the NFTerrestrials. So I reached out to Mike, I would say early in the year, and just kind of threw the idea out there. Was like, hey, Mike, do you know anything about NFTs? He's like, yeah, a little bit, but I got to do my research too. And I was like, just think about it, get back to me. The guy, I think, messaged me in the next 20 minutes and was like, all right, man, let's do this. Let's jump right into it. I love this. And I'll let Mike tell you a little bit about his background, but collectively between Mike and myself and a couple others on the team, we were able to put this project together, and it's now called the NFTerrestrials. It's a small boutique project. We get asked all the time why we didn't just go for the 10,000 collection. And honestly, we just kind of wanted to learn the space before jumping in and, saying we're this massive project. There's so much to learn. It's all about the community, as I'm sure you know, obviously very well. And we just wanted to learn, take those baby steps, and something that we thought, might get some traction actually took off. And we're at a really cool point right now where we don't have any available. They're all sold out and they've been selling on the secondary market. So it's been a ton of fun. And the project is one of my top priorities right now in life, and just making sure that this thing follows through, everything we have on the roadmap. But yeah, Mike, I'll let you jump into it too.
For sure.
Love it.
I always love hearing it. It's not the first time I've heard Sean give an update of his past and his history and his work experience. And honestly, every time he explains it, it changes and it gets better and better every time. And I can visually see us both growing, and it's super cool doing these interviews because it's growing us as a team together, and it's also growing our strength individually. So to give you a little bit of background about myself, I've been developing for about 10 years. I initially started, I really started programming because I played games. That's usually what my answer is when people ask me why did I get into it. I always wanted to build games. So I started building my own in my 20s and found some traction there a little bit, but then always started to push towards some other startup. And I'm an entrepreneur at heart. So, my 9 to 5 is just to pay off my mortgage. So let's get that done first. And then I can start diving deeper into focusing full time on NFTs, which is ideally the goal. So basically, I'd say about 5 months ago to a year ago, Sean came up to me and started talking to me about NFTs. And I was a little bit familiar with them at the time. But what he had asked me to do was actually nothing to do with NFTs. It was a Python script that he wanted me to write that basically grabbed or generated random images. That's what he asked me. He said, can you make something that can build random images? And I said, I've never even thought, sure, maybe when I was in first year university, they taught me Python image manipulation with pixels, sure. So I thought back to that course, and I'm like, that's super easy to do. So let me put together something. So it took me I'd say about a week to put together a working example of a Python script that basically can grab from different image assets from a JSON file, have different rarities specified for each of those items, and then spit out a main image that generates with layers of those assets that we created, that our designer made. So me and Sean were sitting here after weeks of perfecting the program and our market strategy. Me and Sean are sitting here and we're watching on my TV. We're like, look how cool that one came out, and look how cool that one. We're watching these terrestrials getting made, and it was just so cool to see the project come to life. And at that point, I knew that this was going to be what I was going to be doing for the next forever. Until the moon, right? I have my own projects. Sean has a few projects. We have projects together, and I've just been loving the space so far. I teach myself. I basically taught myself how to write smart contracts using the language Solidity, which is the new blockchain language. Basically, my main skills are web development. So that's why most of our websites look pretty cool. Design is my key. And it's nice to put together stuff like this with friends. So, sure, they say don't work with friends, but NFT space is different. It feels like it's meant to be worked with friends. And just now that we're on that point, I'd like to mention as well that you'd be surprised that how many people don't realize that in order to hire a smart contract developer, you would require someone that you trust, ideally, because in order for that person to set up your account and your contract, especially if you have no idea what you're doing, they require your private key to your wallet in order for your wallet to get paid. It just has to be done, or else there's no way that you'd be able to have the two connected unless someone came physically and typed it in and then hid it from that person forever. It's not even, I don't even know if that's even plausible, because you would need the developer to eventually work on the project. Anyways, long story short, I'm just saying in this space, it's like Sean said, it's all about community. It's all about building some good connections, and that's what we're here to do. And I'm having a great time doing it, and I'm loving the whole environment.
I love it, man. I was like, whoo. I'd love to run it back really quick because I had a question from like a developer standpoint.
Sure.
So you said 10 years. So you go back, I'm guessing like C++?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Like
I
on
did C in school.
border. Okay, okay.
I did C in school. Yeah.
I just remember being very young and my brother was getting involved in that. And I just never, really took that leap to become a developer. I was more on the networking side of things, in IT. And I just tip my hat off to all developers. Like it's what you guys do is amazing. I'm able to like try to figure it out and reverse engineer something, but it's having that fundamental knowledge is really special, especially in this community and this tech, right? In this, I don't want to say revolution, but it's kind of feeling like a revolution of technology right now. So on that note, I would love to talk about your project. So we're working on this Python script. However, I love the attention to detail. So you guys didn't go in that direction for this, right? You saw it happening, and then did you release that one, or was that more just a test run? And then you said, you know what, let's pump the brakes on this. Let's pay attention to detail. Let's build community and let's focus on a good product and learn and grow.
So
I'd love to hear your thoughts there.
Yeah, no, totally. And we were kind of going back and forth because when we first were looking into this, we didn't, and it was so new to us too. Like, we're just trying to learn as we went. So we didn't know if projects were randomly generated or if it was like, actually drawn. And then when Mike realized he could write the Python script and I could do the design assets and build the layers, and then we could just put it together. We definitely ran a couple test generations, but it was so cool. Like we honestly didn't even have to test it. We could have gone and kept the first generation of them because we spent the time putting together quality design and made sure the layers lined up, and it was so cool. So the project is a generative art project. It was generated by Mike, and I did a lot of the artwork. We've collaborated on a lot of that stuff, and that was kind of when we decided to take that direction. And then we just we were left with the option of either dropping all 500 at once or doing small batches. And we decided to do the small batch drops. And we get asked a lot by our holders, why we chose this direction. And again, it's because we were kind of just bootstrapping this. We didn't know, again, we were just trying to learn. We didn't have, a huge budget that we were able to spend right off the jump. So we thought, using our marketing skills and background, let's see if we can create enough hype around just launching a brand on Instagram and social media. And that's really what we did. And to see our first drop sell out strictly using the Instagram platform and a little bit of Twitter, no money spent on marketing, and have all these people jump into the project. It was like, so amazing. And in between drops, we end up reinvesting some of the money that we've made into marketing promotions with, some of the bigger NFT media hubs, giving away some really cool stuff. We gave away one of our auction winners, a Nifty slab, this week or last week's auction. So it actually takes the physical or the digital and ties it into the physical world. And we're just trying to get really creative with it and just have really fun and build this really cool roadmap. We have something really, really cool coming up after this next 50 are sold that we're going to release on Sunday. And we're hosting the Intergalactic Federation meeting. So everybody that owns an NFTerrestrial at the moment gets invited to join the council, which is a private group in our Discord. And all the council members, we really value everybody's opinions and their suggestions. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a big team meeting, and we're not sure what platform we're going to use yet, but hopefully everybody will use their NFTerrestrial as their avatar in this group chat. And Mike and I and our writer and some of the other people we've worked with have some really, really cool ideas in terms of like the direction to take this project. So we're excited to get the feedback from the community and make that decision together.
It's going to be fun, man. That's going to be fun. I'm super excited. I can't wait for that meeting.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that one because I will spoil something if the audience doesn't know. I do own a tall. I was obsessed when I noticed you like broke down the species. Let me pull that up because I just discovered this part. Maybe it was just my lack of like willingness to like pause through the website. I think I mentioned it from day one. Like, good job on the site, man. Like I saw that immediately. I'm guessing, did he do the other one as well that you showed me, Sean?
Definitely.
Oh yeah, I was like, whoo, dang.
Mike knows.
Yeah, I won't spoil that one, right? But
we'll keep that one on the deal.
Yeah, for sure. But I loved this little collection area that I just discovered, and it breaks down all the species. Um, I would love to hear, like, is this something that, like, when you guys were kids, right? When you were creating this, was this something on the fly, or did you have prior knowledge of these species? And you're like, oh, you know what? Like, wouldn't it be cool to fucking go back and create this, like, this background behind this art, like of childhood memories? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that.
Honestly, man, you nailed it. Like, I've always been a UFO nerd, like, for sure. I know you're on the West Coast, and you might have some UFO stories yourself. But
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I've always been fascinated with space and the possibility of extraterrestrials and other life forms and stuff. And strangely enough, I was doing a big cleanup in the house earlier this year, and I dug up this old book that I designed, I guess, when I was a little kid. I stapled a bunch of pieces of paper together and drew this book of what I envisioned different alien species to look like. They don't actually look like these NFTerrestrials today, but I had different species, and one of the names was similar to what we're actually using now. And it was just kind of like, okay, I know I want to get into this space. I know the art style I want to use. I'm a big UFO nerd. Let's just put this all together. Mike, are you in? Yes. And we just started actually doing a little bit more research. Like, the tall species. We've talked about this before. It's yeah. I mean, these are species other people have talked about, so we didn't just completely make everything up.
What were you gonna say? Were you gonna say what? They're among us?
I don't know what
All
I
I'm
was
gonna say is if you
I'm
know
saying-
that word, if you know that word,
if you know that word, if you know.
Yeah, I need to create a banner for that. Here I am slipping. So this Streamlabs had these cool banners we can add. I should have created some for you guys. My apologies. Let me know if you'd like me to pin anything. As you've noticed, we go with the flow on these episodes. So as much as I love to script things, I really love just starting, right? And not really having a predefined intro or something like that. But yeah, let me know if you want me to pin anything there. Whoops.
No, all good. And it was really cool. I wish we got to meet up last week in New York, because we were actually invited out there by another group that we've done a couple of these lives with and worked with in the past. And me and Mike were doing one of these lives, I think it was about a month ago. And they're like, hey, dudes, do you guys want to come to New York City and talk about your project and meet some really cool artists and creators and project owners? And we were like, absolutely. COVID was still a thing, and we couldn't really cross borders yet, but that thankfully changed last month. And Mike unfortunately couldn't come. He ended up staying back and holding down the fort, but it was so cool, man. And I know you messaged me the day literally that I got back to Toronto, but one of these next times we gotta get together in person. It'd be so much fun.
Most definitely. Like, that trip was so last minute. I showed up 2 days into the conference. Like, I packed in less than just a few hours. It was one of those just quick opportunities. And then by the time I settled down, I was like, oh shit, let me hit up Sean and see where they're at. And
yep.
Sure enough, it's that last day.
You had a good time though? You got into some cool stuff there?
Yeah, man, I had a great time. I finished, sitting in on some of the conferences. I had a nice little interview with Tom Bilyeu on the fly. My heart was racing because I'm a huge fan of his and his vlog and everything he does on YouTube. A lot of that content helped form certain routines and disciplines that I still carry on in life. You know what I mean? So it was but it was a lot of fun. Fucking cold, man. Like, I dressed some layers, but I brought some summer clothes too, and they were useless.
Dude, I did the same thing. Back home, I hadn't put on a winter jacket yet. And then I looked at the weather in New York City, and it said it was going to be warmer than Toronto. So I was like, I don't need to bring a winter jacket. So I brought a bunch of summer stuff, like you said. I brought a few hoodies and stuff. But at night, it got so cold. I was asking my buddy Pat that I was there with. I was like, hey, man, I hope you don't mind. I borrow one of your jackets again tonight. And everything was like a rooftop patio event outside in the cold. So, yeah, a little bit of an error on my part.
Yeah. Hey, are you going to be in NFT Basel? Right? End of the month?
I think so, Mike. I'm trying to talk Mike into it.
Yeah, this one I'm going to try to make as well. The only problem is I'm currently in the middle of working on a top secret project that we don't want to bring up in this convo, but it's cutting it close for me because I might be in the depth of that. And if I am, I don't think I'll want to go just because I'm so invested in finishing the project and getting it done. So I don't know. We'll see, Sean. I really do want to join you guys. It'd be a lot of fun. Just I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it's going to cut it close. Let's see.
And no, Mike works in a very unique way. Like I was at his house the other night. We were working on NFTerrestrial stuff, and he had like this breakthrough in something that he was working on. And he was like, honestly, man, I hate to be rude, but you got to leave my house right now. You are going to slow me down. I was like, man, I'm out.
But that's done some serious breakthroughs. Even yesterday, we had just an insane breakthrough that kind of helped project the project in the right direction. And I guess it's just nice to finally feel the work paying off. And it's like, it's just so great to be involved again with, like I was saying, just with people you enjoy working with. And I also just enjoy coming on these interviews and meeting new people. So Marcelo, it's nice to meet you. It's I'm glad you have a tall. I don't know which tall do you have? Which tall was it?
I'm pretty sure this is the one. This one looks familiar. There it is. BitMonkey. Oh, wait. Doy. Here I am thinking the screen's still up. There it is.
Right that one's dope. That one's nice.
Nice. So you had it before the 100 were released, so you got the spacecraft with it.
I did. I was stoked off that. I was at first because it was in the midst of all the warnings of these airdrops, like don't transfer them, all this fun stuff. And I was like, wait, but no, this is on brand. This is happening. And then I think I confirmed with you, dude. I love it. Like, I'm excited to see what you guys do with this universe. You know what I mean? I'm excited to hear more about this breakthrough. Shit, I feel like we just heard some alpha without even like it, and I don't even think you intended on that.
I just sent Mike a private message like, "Yo, shh, no, I'm kidding." We have some really cool ideas, honestly, and the best part is we don't have to make these like, because a lot of the times me and Mike will be on a phone call and late at night, and we're like, "Hey, what do you think about this idea?" and the direction that we want to take this. And the best part about this is we don't have to make the decision ourselves. We actually get to present these ideas in front of the community and the council members and have them let us know if they think it's a good idea and a cool direction or not. Because at the end of the day, these holders are everything. Like our collectors have brought us this far, and they mean everything to us. So we definitely want to involve them in this entire process. So that's the best part for me.
I love it. You're listening to the community, you know what I mean? And building it together rather than treating it like a dictatorship or something like that. You know what I mean? I hate to take it there, but that was the first word that came to mind. I love it, man. Like when I first came across your project, I was like, ooh, striking all the right chords. It's like, okay. Website killer. So I'd love to hear more about like, can we tease them? Can we tell them? I know you have some things happening, I believe tomorrow and then again on Monday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So Sunday's a big day for us. The end of the weekend, we are going to be doing our Echo search and rescue drop. So basically the way we do our drops at the moment is they're all search and rescue missions. So the first one was our Alpha, then Beta, Charlie, Delta, and we're on our Echo right now. Basically, what happens is the Overlord and the Terrestrials go out on a rescue mission, and they try to retrieve them. And we usually do 50 at a time. So this Sunday is the Echo search and rescue mission, and we're going to be retrieving 50 new Terrestrials. There'll be more Martians, Nordics, Syrians, Talls, gender X and Y for both, and by now, kind of people I think are starting to realize the different rarities amongst the species based on, how many Nordics are available or tall. So it's kind of cool because we see them getting scooped up first, and it's kind of exciting to us because we know that people have put the time into kind of like researching the rarity behind the project. And something we haven't talked about yet, but if you have a gender X and a gender Y of the same species, when we do open it up later in the roadmap, you'll be able to breed them on our website, and it'll be another actually we haven't gotten too much into detail, but you'll be able to breed an offspring and add that to a new collection.
It's gonna be cool. Yeah, next drop. Really suggest being there for the next drop. Let's just say it may have gotten lucky, but I can't wait to see some of these get released. Like they're super cool. I've never been more excited about a drop. And then after, if you want more of a tease, after that drop is going to be a massive announcement. And that one I would say buckle your seatbelt and strap in, because gears are being shifted and universes are being turned. So take it as you wish, but try to use your imagination here, because things are going to change and it's going to be really cool to see. So I'm excited for that. But some of the breakthrough stuff, you want to talk about that's more involved in my Solidity programming, like just learning how to accomplish like one thing that I'm stuck on in dev is like could take a week, could take a month, and then when I finally solve it, it's just like I guess it's rewarding. But like I mean, I'm still stuck on so many things that in this space, it's hard to find the like the right answers for your specific scenario, because everyone's doing this and the people that are doing it aren't really showing anyone else how, because they're busy doing it. And it's so new and fresh that you kind of have to do your own due diligence and like work your ass off to find the answers for what you need. But this project, obviously it differs a little bit from our others, but it still follows the same generative art scale, and it's just super cool. I can't wait. I'm going to make more than just the 3 projects that I have. Like we're going to be pumping out different art, and it's going to be super exciting to see. So stay tuned, I'd say.
I'm excited for it. I'm all in. I've been liquidating. I don't know how much you guys know about Tom Bilyeu. I know I mentioned him earlier, but I was just like, okay, let me save all my ETH. But now it's time to start branching out. You know what I mean? So I'm excited to see this drop. I'm excited to see these new pieces. Like this, by far, this background, I'm curious. Are there more backgrounds like this? Like, I love the volcanic, just I don't know. That's just
for sure. We got go ahead, Mike.
Sorry, Sean. I was going to say to you to just explain the drop that we did that included the special 10.
Right, for sure. So there's 10 different galaxies. Actually, all of the galaxies that we use in the project are named after real galaxies that really actually exist. So they might sound crazy, but these are actual galaxies out there. So in the story, after I think our beta drop, the super carrier was doing a little flyby over the black hole galaxy and ended up actually crashing. And it's been out of commish for a few months now. But in exchange, we had to do a drop because, the super carrier was down. We couldn't go searching anywhere else in any other galaxies. So one of our drops, it was our first ghost drop. All of the terrestrials were in this galaxy that that you're talking about. Sorry, I'm reading your message there, Mike.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt you. I was trying not to interrupt you, but
I was like,
oh, cool. Let me pull up the I love that. That was so creative right there. I was like, wait, is this like SOS right here? Or do we need to send like this?
Oh, sorry, it's a 0.03. My bad. If the writing
0.03, right? 0.03.
That's going to be the price of the next drop. Yeah. Exactly.
Kudos for creativity. I love that.
But, what else is on your watch list right now? I know you're a collector yourself. Are there any projects that you're keeping an eye on or looking to mint?
Yeah, I am looking at Mary Mods. I'm not sure if you've heard of it yet. It is it's a baby from the Impact Theory, kind of like Umbrella, cool. Right? From the Impact Theory studios. Just because, as I was mentioning, I'm a Tom Bilyeu fanboy all day. Yep. You know what I mean? Yep, Gary knows. So he's been releasing teaser after teaser, and I'm just like, oh, what are you doing? Like, I think there's going to be a game involved. There's obviously film and short film and things like that for him to have a studio that's already in production, right? So it's not like he came into the NFT space and is starting a new brand. He's rather utilizing the technology to, amplify his brand that's been operational for many years. You know what I mean? So when I looked at it from that perspective, I was like, take all my money. You know what I mean? What about you guys? That's really the only one between, I'm not sure if you've heard that Moral Monkey Mob, that contest for round 1 is over. So we picked the round 2 applicants who advance. And man, it was just a lot of work, nonstop reading, nonstop. I was just so humbled by everybody's attention to detail and taking the time to really fill out that form. It's been a fun process, but that's really taken up so much of my time, and I wouldn't have it any other way. While I was in New York, I didn't open up OpenSea. I didn't have access to my wallets or anything like that, purposefully, right? Because it's just so I've been out of the loop. Full transparency. I know we're on NFT Fridays and everything, and I'm supposed to have more information. I'd love to hear anything else on you in
Honestly,
you guys' scope.
Same boat as you right now. NFT NYC, I kind of went offline for a bit, and just because I wanted to make the most out of the trip. And we've just been so busy since we've been back. Mike, myself, and a few other partners, we've launched an NFT agency called Cyber Workshops. And the reason we did this was because we have been asked so many times since launching this project, if we can assist on other projects, and we are totally all for that. But there's a process to it. And we ended up just building this really, really cool team. Mike's the lead dev there, and he's putting together a really cool team on that side. And this week has just been like go time for us between our projects and Cyber Workshops, and then just trying to reconnect with everybody we met last week. Has just taken up so much time that I haven't really had a chance to spend too much time browsing the OpenSea either. And so maybe I'll pick your brain off camera later, or I'll share some stuff when we start digging into it. But the projects we were looking into before, I feel like I missed some whitelists and some pre-sale stuff, and I missed out on a couple drops I was interested in. But I'm gonna really have to get back on the ball if I'm going to start minting some cool projects.
I mean, we picked a good time to take a break because I was keeping an eye on gas. I kept hearing this thing gas, and I was like, I don't know. I haven't been buying and selling and trading, so I don't really look at it every day, but it had been high. It's been unusually high. I don't know if you guys have noticed. So
for sure. And the price of ETH in general. So I look at it in Canadian dollars, and I saw it hit 6,000 the other day, which was awesome to see. And I can't tell you how many people I met in NYC that were like, ETH to 20K, obviously 10K first, but there are a lot of people that really see value in that cryptocurrency, and a lot of talk about ETH 2.0, which I'm looking forward to if that can solve these insane gas prices. Because other than that, we heard a lot of people talk about Poly and just some of the other currencies, Solana, obviously. So yeah. I got to dive back into the books and start doing a little bit more research because I haven't bought anything for myself in a couple of weeks.
And it's the holiday season, right around the corner. Hey, I'm actually curious. Your Christmas presents this year, are you going to try to incorporate some type of digital asset to your family members and friends and loved ones, or
I joke about
yet?
I joked about it. But I think it might actually be a good gift. They might just think I'm crazy for another couple of years until they realize what I've been trying to do for them, But I don't know, Mike, you?
Honestly, yeah. I feel like I will. I probably will, but it'll be realistically, it's to my benefit for them to own my NFTs, to spread out the wealth of the of the collection. But I mean, hey, it's a great price or a great present, because technically, one NFT, even at the price of 0.2, is like, $100, or close to
0.02.
Yeah, 0.02. Yeah. And it's just like, it's crazy. Like, I'm not spending that much money on gifts for people to begin with. So like, set them up with a MetaMask wallet, be like, hey, get into this, and then next thing you know, they're buying more. So it's perfect.
Yeah,
Or
that's
you could just be
You
nice
never know.
and gift them another project, not necessarily your own.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
right. Depends on the project and
yeah, and the
I
person.
suppose how many people too. Because if you got a
True.
big family, then it's like, oh shit, do I have to treat them all equally and like get the same value? You know what I mean? Like,
Nope.
oh man,
Yeah,
If they
man.
don't have a MetaMask, they ain't getting the present. Yeah,
They ain't getting
facts,
the present.
facts.
Tough
oh, that
luck.
could be a new rule, right? If you want a Christmas present from me, you got to hook up. Do you know Ethereum? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your wallet address?
Exactly.
I love that. That's going to be the new thing, no doubt.
And Bad Baby Dinos was a recommendation. Okay, cool. I'll have to check that out.
I'm looking at them
Bad
now.
Baby
They look-
Dinos.
They look cool.
Hey, Gary, shout out to Gary, Dream Joker in the audience. He's one of the OGs. He is turned into the little, quite the alpha man. When I say like alpha, he's got the scoop on a lot of things. And I'm sure he's probably cringing right now or mad at me for saying this and giving this information away. But I appreciate you, man. Do you have any alpha you'd like to share with us? Maybe something in the industry you think we should all know about?
All ears, yeah.
I love to try to play the audience. I do have some questions for you guys, but I want to save them. I don't know if you've watched previous streams, but I've developed a unique outro where I have 7 unique questions that I ask all the guests. Yeah. To further get to know you, and I don't make them on the fly, obviously, although I probably should, based off of, but I'm not that skilled yet with multitasking and still paying attention. So,
Fair enough.
all right, Gary's being shy. It's okay, buddy. We appreciate you either way.
No,
Gary
awesome.
V has okay. There we go. You already know Bluniverse PLP launch. Yeah, are you guys involved in the V Friends project at all?
Honestly, I'm not, and I'm upset about it because I've talked to so many people, yourself included, that have just had an incredible experience with the project and the community. And yeah, no, I feel like I missed out on that one for sure.
No FOMO over here. We'll get you in there. It's like we have time. We can all still get tokens. I feel like. Cool. I don't know. I'm just the optimistic type. I'm just like, there's got to be a way. You know what I mean?
Hey, good Christmas gift. I'll drop my wallet ID there for you.
Hey, I actually ordered a shit ton of his books. That's where I was gonna pivot to, for something, right? I guess it's gonna be an NFT he's gonna airdrop. So I have like 84 books coming. Don't know what I'm gonna do with them. You know what I mean? So, gonna have to just mass ship this out. Do a little contest here on BitmonkeyTV. So I'd like to run it back to. Is there any other maybe quick links you'd like to provide for the audience to stay tuned for the drop? Because I will be providing any update you post. I'll post across our platforms.
Awesome.
Because this is going to be fresh in everybody's minds and I want to follow along. I want to see your drop. So this is the first weekend I'm chilling in a while. So I'm excited.
That's awesome, man. Honestly, if you want to follow along, especially with the storyline of the whole NFTerrestrial project, definitely follow us on Instagram. We're on Twitter as well, but Instagram's better. It allows us to include more of the story. Obviously, there's more characters available in the caption. So we can actually really get creative. And if you kind of want to, if you already want to learn for yourself and jump in right from the beginning, just go back to the start of our Instagram and you can kind of follow the storyline as to where we are today. But yeah, definitely give us a follow on Instagram, Twitter, the links to the Discord and all these lives that we do get put in our bios and our link tree. So I look forward to adding this one to the list and having our followers and stuff tune in later. So yeah, exactly. That's it. And we are super active on social.
I love it, man.
And
Dude.
yeah, if you have any questions about development or any process at all in the space, you can reach out to me in the Discord. I'm online 24/7. I don't really leave my computer, so this is a rare sighting. I do come out to do the interviews. It's fun to meet everyone, and I say hi to everyone in chat as well. So, welcome as well. You're more than welcome to join the Discord, even if you don't have any NFTs. If you want to just learn about what's happening in the space and just how the Discord communities kind of operate and how they kind of react to the new content. It's a good place. We have a pretty cool group of people that talk pretty like consistently, and it's super cool to see because I build these relationships with people that I don't know in person, but it's still so meaningful when someone cares and shows interest in work that I've done, whether or not that's in real life or on a virtual blockchain, because it's super cool to see everyone get involved, and I'm loving it. So here I am. Let's keep going,
Right? Let's fucking go. Are you familiar with this term?
Yeah.
All right.
To the moon,
All right,
man.
we're good.
To the moon. Win alpha. Alpha was right there. Better believe I'll be floating around in there too. I was already in there. I realized I joined a while ago, but do you guys have the same problem as me? Too many Discords? We need to go through and just do. It's insane, man.
There's a lot.
It's insane. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to jamming some more. Thank you so much for coming out and hopping on this interview. Really just stoked to have you guys here. I love the conversation. All right. I think this is that part of the episode where I have these 7 closing questions, and then we're out, right?
LFG.
Is there anything I missed? Right? LFG. Let's fucking go to the moon.
No, I think we covered everything, man. And honestly, if anybody in your audience, like Mike said, wants to ask us anything, we're in the Discord 24/7. Just hit us up.
For sure. Everybody. And right now, if you want to ask during these, so we have some squirrel moments here on BitmonkeyTV where sometimes, we'll be having a conversation, just squirrel. Shit happens, right? I like to play to the audience too. So if somebody has a question, it's shoot, if you don't mind, we can always answer it. But without further ado, all right, so this is entirely up to you guys. You can answer individually, so this is going to give one of you the benefit of watching the other go through it, it's the same set of questions, or you can answer them as a team. It's entirely up to you.
Cool.
All right, so 7 closing questions. This is supposed to be a speed round, so just say the first word that comes to mind. There's going to be a few questions where I'll say one word versus another word and just choose, right? Whatever comes to mind, whatever you resonate with more. And then I will ask some questions towards the end, which you can get as in-depth as you'd like. All right, we ready? Are we doing this? We doing this one at a time, I'm guessing?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. So, number 1, perspective or power?
Perspective.
Love it. Teleport or time travel?
Oh,
it's teleport, because then if you could teleport, you could time travel. Or is it the opposite?
I was gonna say time travel.
It was time travel. You could time travel, you could teleport. That's the answer, yeah.
Time travel.
Right? And for the record, there's no right or wrong answer. I just love hearing everybody's perspective on it all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love it. No, I love it because I try to do the same thing. I try to loop it around and be like, wait, I can get both. I fucking love it, man. Glass half. Oh, wait. No. Sorry. Talls or Martians?
Talls.
Elliptical or cartwheel?
Cartwheel.
What's a cartwheel?
You better not ask that question, Mike.
oh my God, dude! I thought he was talking about an elliptical. Oh my God! I'm yo, what?
Let's go.
I'm thinking, what kind of exercise do I like to do? 100% cartwheel. Or I like cartwheel. Yeah, cartwheel's cool. Better than elliptical, I'd say.
So for anybody in the audience who doesn't know, this is going to be a squirrel moment. I popped into one species question based off of their NFT project and then one galaxy question. And there's so many to choose from, so I picked the two that I thought would be difficult. But yeah.
It's only because
you stumped one of us.
Elliptical is just my least favorite. I hate elliptical, to be honest with you. I don't like green, so it just throws me off. Anyway.
Okay. No, I love it. Glass half empty or half full?
Empty.
Half full. Mike is for sure empty. I'm definitely half full.
I love it.
Yeah.
What does the NFT community mean to you?
Well, separate. You go first.
Yeah. This is probably going to be these last two questions where you want to.
No, that's separate. Cool. And honestly, the community for me means everything. It is the only reason that we're here, even talking to you today. There was one guy in particular. His name is Sammy. He runs his own project, Astro NFTs. I showed him one of the first NFTerrestrials back early, I think in like March or April, when he was working on his project. And he's like, dude, you just got to do it. Like, I know you're thinking a lot, and just jump in. If you have any questions, like, I'm here for you. My community's here for you. And honestly, it's truly everything. So that's where it is for me.
Sure. Yeah, I'll go next. The community, oh my goodness, it's so great to be in Discord and meeting new people like I was talking about earlier. So like I said, I'm on my computer all the time, and these natural, genuine relationships that I'm building with people, it's just crazy to think that, you know, at one point in life, people would think so negatively about meeting people online. It was always such a negative connotation towards it. And I think now it's just a normal life for me. And I love that I've been able to connect with people that are in my Discord, in my community, that want to learn from me. And it means a lot. And I'm willing to share my knowledge. And it's so nice to, have met some of these great people that share the same interests. And it brings like a heartwarming feeling, almost to a point where like I think about life with a water glass half full almost. But it's maybe one day we could fill it up, and then the glass could be full. And that'll happen soon, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I guess let's see. Like, if, for example, you know, when we first started, we had no one in the Discord. So, you know, I'm thinking to myself, how can I build up a group of people that have no idea about what I do or who I am as a person? And now here I am, like, looking at almost 100 people in there, like at least 30, 40 people active and chatting all day. And it's nice to be able to be part of something like that. And I've taken this notion and pushed it towards other projects. And if you can actually learn how to build a community, it helps everyone involved. So it's not just for us, it's for the greater good. Just like I think NFTs are as a whole. I think NFTs are just for the greater good of humanity. And, you know, there's many definitions to back that up, just based off of the technology and where we're headed. Also, you know, someone mentioned Gary Vee's project is aiming towards helping kids. You know, a lot of new age parents that are in NFTs are going to 100% be aiming towards that sort of activity for their kids. Why would anyone not, unless they had no idea how to understand or work with NFTs? Like if you're a, you know, older generation and you just don't know, come join the Discord. I'll help you learn. We can set it up. And you can buy some of those baby dinos in the future if you need. But yeah, community is everything. So without you guys, we are nothing. Technically, it's just the starving artists, is as they say. So yeah, that's my take on that side. I definitely agree with Sean, and I've been thankful that he's been with me this whole experience. And I think me and him together have really learned from our past experiences. This isn't the first thing that Sean and I have done together. We worked our asses off on many projects, not NFT related, outside of that scope, but same idea, same concept. Except this time now we're mature, we're older, we have the skill sets, and we're putting our heads together in a perspective manner, not a powerful manner, but a perspective manner. All right. And we definitely have good perspective on the see you in the Discord. Yes, I can't wait. That's so nice. It's gonna be great to see what's to come. And seriously, we're trying to build up as best as we can. We only have a small collection, so that small collection means smaller community, which means more privately and genuine the people, like the community will be. If you want to join us, you're joining for the right reasons, not to just try to flip an NFT. Awesome. Which seems to be working so far, because our margin lines are actually really good on the project, and I'm super happy to see how many owners we have, specifically like on OpenSea. You can see it. So it's really cool to see, for sure. That's some feedback there.
Was I out of that? You couldn't hear me?
I couldn't hear you until right now.
Oh, shoot. Sorry about that. I thought my mic was still on in the background.
All good. Good.
Right? A little technical glitch. I wanted to pull up the collection and the number of owners as you were talking about it.
No, perfect. Yeah, perfect.
But man, beautifully said. Like, well said. I wanted to link the Discord just for anybody trying to go straight to it. I pulled this from your link tree. I just copied the the address link.
Cool.
Just so for anybody in here, Stefan, go hop in, man. I'm gonna be joining you. I don't know if you could hear me. I guess my mic was muted that whole time. I thought you could hear me kind of go back and forth on the other end. Shoot.
Oh
man. I love
it. It sounded like I was ignoring you then.
No. I was just doing very little subtle responses throughout. And I thought, because I didn't mute the mic.
I couldn't hear you at all.
Hilarious. Lesson learned.
So was I answering your questions?
You were, dude. It was flowing. I was like, oh, okay, like, damn. I'm talking to myself. No, this comedy. I loved it. But well said. That was beautiful, man.
Oh, okay,
and the NFT community is everything. Oh man. All right. 7th and final question. What does happiness mean to you, and how do you define it?
I'm going to go first this time.
Please do.
I'm going to speak from my heart, because I obviously was not prepared for a question like this. Happiness to me would be, oh, wow, that's an amazing question. Oh, wow. Maybe I shouldn't have gone first. I thought I had an answer for this, but that is a crazy question.
Thank you.
You want me to give that a go, Mike?
You know what?
Maybe
you go first there, Sean. That stumped me. Holy cow. Because I struggle with that one. That's, whew.
Dude, I loved that willingness. I got this. Fuck yeah.
I was,
you know what I mean?
I thought I had an answer. I thought I had one. I was like,
makes you think, doesn't it?
I don't want to say the wrong things to take it in the wrong. I don't want it to be taken in the wrong way. Usually I'm pretty bad at saying something too quick, and I don't think about it. So maybe, yeah, Sean, go ahead. Good luck.
Yeah, and we all define it differently, right? It's just I started asking this one a few interviews back, and I haven't stopped since. It's the final one. Awesome. I just love it so much. So dude, I'm flabbergasted right now. All right, Sean, here you go.
Well, honestly, I wish I had an easy, direct answer for that as well. But honestly, I don't get asked that question enough. And I think that's probably a question people should be asked more, to be honest. But for me, I think happiness is the ability to live life the way I want to, and not have to do things necessarily for other people. Just be happy in and out with myself. And happiness for me is also making sure that my family's straight and I have a good relationship with everybody, my family and friends. And I think just appreciating you know, all the good things that we have in life. It's been hard throughout COVID. I'm sure, you know, everybody else has experienced the same thing. And I had to ask myself, I think, that question a lot. You know, like, what's happiness? Okay, it's, you know, maybe I can't go out and do all these certain things, but it's more than that. It's just, you know, just peace of mind, knowing that everybody that I love is happy and healthy and on the right track. And just for me in life, it's the ability to do the things and pursue the things that I love. So being able to, you know, maybe not work that regular 9 to 5 and, you know, go home and wish I could pursue that dream that I've always had. So just taking those leaps, working with like people like Mike, that we actually have fun doing these things, you know, like, you know, we were talking about it all day. We're excited to come on here. So like stuff like this makes me happy because I'm passionate about it. So just being able to take my passion and my desire to do certain things and tie it in with my life, like that's honestly happiness aside from health.
I love it, man. Beautiful.
That was a great answer,
said.
Sean.
Thank you for sharing. Yeah, loved it.
All right, I'm ready.
All right. I'm gonna remove us.
I'm generally person half full, water half full kind of guy, as we stated earlier. However, that negativity doesn't stem from me being unhappy. I'm very happy as a person, and just thinking about why I am. Those should be the answers that I should have given. So, for example, obviously, what makes me happy is obviously coming from a family that loves me and supports me. And, you know, the thing that I would say makes me the most happy, which is what I'm doing now, is being able to work on projects that I love. And for my whole life, I've realized that the only thing that really did make me happy, or the moments that I was the happiest, is when I was working on projects that made me feel accomplished and rewarding. And, you know, it's very fun to be a kid and put together, you know, a few little pieces of Lego or something and create something out of nothing, or you know what I mean? And I've been doing it ever since I was a kid. And I realized that those are the moments that I'm the happiest, when I'm making stuff out of nothing, out of my mind. And it's not just for myself, but I want to make something for the world, right? Like, the whole idea of creating is to create something of this planet, this earth. And in order to create something or the outcome of creating something for this planet, if it's beneficial, it's that it helps others. And if you can help others, then that's really ultimately what makes a person happy. And I think ultimately, if you haven't learned that yet as a person, you should really dig deep down and realize that, you know, your happiness is based off of how much you can help others. And realistically, that's kind of what a community is. And it's people helping people. And that's what we're here to start. And that's what we're here to continue doing. And I'm going to be doing it for my life, because that's something that I have a passion for. So for sure, that's me. Yeah, I can say, I guess there's a few other things that I'd say. Like, I really like collecting fish. Like, I have a couple fish tanks. So I thought that would be something I can show you real quick. Here, check this out. Something I really enjoyed doing. I built this thing out of rocks. So just something fun. And I'm actually working on another project right here for another aquarium. I made it out of cement. So that shit, you know, it took a long time. But yeah, just it's fun to have the aquarium on in the background when Sean's at my place, because we do streams and then we share. We have that in the background, and it looks really nice for the crowd. But
dude, I love that. I thank you for showing us that too, as well. Like,
yeah. I was wondering if Nick was somehow gonna sneak in a topic in conversation about his fish tank, because it's all he's been talking about for the last few days. That's awesome. And that makes Mike happy, and that makes me happy.
I think that makes us all happy. I love it, man. That's
good.
Beautiful. Well said, dude. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for breaking that down. You know, I'm just always so floored by the responses, and I'm just humbled and grateful to have you guys here on the show and going from NFTs to personal questions. So, yeah, fucking thanks for being here. It was a great show.
Thanks for having us on, man.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having us. Thanks for the interaction and chat. It's been nice. It's been nice to, go back and forth.
Everybody, I'd like to acknowledge, usually when it's like one-on-one, I'm right in it, but like I always want to pay attention to guests as well, one-on-one. So I tend to neglect the chat. I will admit, it's something I need to work on, you know. Brandy, Sarah, Gary, Stefan, Gary. Let's run through it. I just wanted to run through the chat real quick. This is a total squirrel moment.
Go for it.
Yeah. Nadine, Brandy, just rolling. Sarah, see, loved it. Oh man, thank you guys so much for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you. Oh, you forgot to mention darts, Mike.
Right.
I was gonna mention something out the gate, but because I love throwing those things.
I used to play a lot. I played like about 2 years ago. I got so into it that I needed to have a dartboard in my condo. I was like, have to have the light, have to have everything set up nicely. And I used to throw like miniature tournaments at my place with a couple of friends, and it's just like I miss it. It died after like the COVID thing, so I kind of just stopped throwing, and then I just started developing more, which is great.
I love it.
Do you want me to answer that? Are you referring to Dream Joker? Are you referring to what I had suggested that I was about to do with the other fish tank, or are you just asking me in general what I want to do tonight? Like, what am I gonna do on a Friday night? Because that answer is probably work.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm probably gonna work. The same thing.
Oh, he's like inner dialogue, I think is what that is.
Oh, you're the best.
I love it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Gary.
Dream Joker. I'm so sorry for not getting it. I'm so sorry for not getting it.
That second line.
Oh man. No, don't. Oh man. Sean's really mad about that still. I was supposed to take it down.
Oh man.
That's hilarious. I totally forgot about that.
I know, and that's why he reminded you. I'm like, shit. I thought I was gonna get away with it. Oh man.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
I'm gonna have to take it down now.
Mike just hides Easter eggs in everything he builds. He just likes to leave his trace on any website we've ever built together, even if it's for a big client of ours. Mike has to leave something. Like, you zoom in 1,000 times and he's got his name written all over the thing. So I gotta really look through this guy's work before he launches stuff.
That's so funny. So you're telling me that my tall has something on it.
Yours is fine. Yours is good.
Nah, the art is minted correctly with no Easter eggs in the art.
Okay, right. Everybody's going through with a microscope, just trying to. I love it. Well, hey, good luck this weekend, and I'm looking forward to the next one. This was great. Like, I can't say it enough. Thank you so much for taking the time and jamming with us today.
Anytime, brother.
Fun, yeah.
Anytime.
Super fun.
So much fun.
All right. Much love. Hope everybody has a great rest of their week and their weekend, and we'll catch you Monday.
Cool.
Much love. All right. Later, Sean. Later, Mike.
See you.
Peace.
Have a good rest of your day.
You too.
You too.
Thanks.